Hey everybody, it's Chasen J. Miles here. You're a Dallas, Texas real estate agent with Rogers Healy and Associates, and I'm here with my buddy James today. Say hey, James.
Hey everybody.
How's it going? Who we have some great information for you. I know that you all have probably heard about all the storms that have taken place in the past, well, over the weekend here in North Texas, and so I really wanted to bring James on to give you all some great information. So James, tell everybody a little bit who you are, what you do, all that good stuff.
Sure. Hey guys, I'm James Jenkins. I'm a local insurance and financial advisor here in the North Dallas area, and had the pleasure of meeting Chasen a while back, and we just figured it was a great opportunity since everything happened on Saturday to put out some very concise and helpful information on what you should do when the worst happens. We all buy our insurance policies hoping that nothing ever happens, that we don't ever need to use them, but the reality is things like Saturday do happen. Last year it was Cleburne and Granbury. This year it's Rowlett and Garland and Midlothian. So we thought it was a great opportunity to let you know. You want to?
Yeah, so I had a few people reach out to me and just ask me what exactly should I do when something like this happens. Even some of my future clients or people who don't own homes were just wondering, hey, when I get a home and something like this happen, who do I call? What do I do? And people don't even know where to start. So that's exactly why I wanted someone like James to kind of let everybody know from his industry and just educate the general public on what to do when disaster like this happens. So go ahead and take it away. Just share
Sure.
anything that you can.
Well, first, I'm going to assume that you have a great relationship with your agent, that you've chosen someone who is proactive for these sorts of things. Now, the first step when something terrible happens is to call your agent. You can always call your company's 800 number, but there's really no telling what you're going to get there. You may have to go through a couple of menus. I think, from my personal opinion, it's always great to involve your agent as soon as possible. Your agent will help you file the claim if it's necessary. In a disaster situation like what happened in Rowlett and Garland, obviously you're going to be filing a claim because there's serious damage. But the process starts with the adjuster. In a situation like we had on Saturday, there's going to be a special adjuster who is trained in large losses and catastrophes, who is going to come out and assess the damage first. They'll probably come visit your property twice. One, to just get a basic idea of what the situation is, and then once they've surveyed everybody in your neighborhood and the surrounding areas, they'll come back for a more thorough examination, and then they'll ask you lots of questions on your personal property, the house, any specific damage that you want to make sure that they're aware of. And if your house is unlivable, like one of my clients on Saturday, then we need to get you a hotel for the immediate future. And if we need to rebuild your house, you're probably going to be put up in a lease set up by your insurance company. Your adjuster will assist you in making arrangements. They'll probably cut you a check for like groceries and clothes and simple things that we all take for granted. So these sorts of questions are a conversation with your agent and your adjuster. And if you're not happy with something, then talk to your agent. Your agent should be your advocate in these types of situations. You shouldn't have to be playing phone tag with 2 or 3 different 800 numbers, because that's a good indication you probably have a less than adequate insurance company.
Wow. I actually spoke with when we talked a little earlier. You said that you were actually driving out in the areas that were affected. And can you just kind of say a little bit about what you told me, what your company was doing in these areas with the?
Well, all of the big companies, I represent farmers, for homeowners insurance and auto and things like that. But State Farm and Allstate and USAA and all of the major companies, they have special teams that are, all they do is go out to catastrophes and claims like floods and tornadoes and hurricanes and things like that. What Farmers did was set up a mobile claim center. We actually had ours in a Target parking lot, but it's simply available to anyone and everyone from Farmers or any other company to get assistance. We had a lot of basic toiletry items, toothbrushes and deodorant and stuff like that, to help people get the process started. Because most people, when something happens, they're in shock, they're panicking. They're not even in the right mind. They don't know what the right thing is to do. In these types of situations, again, your agent is the first line of defense. I would be, if I weren't an insurance agent, the very first call I would make is to my insurance guy and ask him for help and ask him, what should I do? And you should expect your insurance person to be on point and there every step of the way. In a disaster like this, you shouldn't have to be doing it by yourself. God knows the people in Rowlett have enough to deal with. Their home was destroyed, or at least severely damaged. They probably lost the clothes in their closet, the food in the refrigerator. They've lost everything. The last thing they need to be dealing with is the hassles of arguing with an adjuster or some company trying to pinch pennies out of them when disaster hits. So
yeah, well. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Thank you. That was some great information. I hope you all can use some of that information that he gave. If anyone has questions, is there a email address that people can contact you at?
Oh, sure. If you have questions, and I should say, if you're in an affected area of the tornado, if you need to know if you should file a claim for yourself, if you live in Rowlett or Garland or Midlothian or any of the affected areas from this past weekend, call your agent first. Whoever your current insurance provider is, get someone to help you figure out if you need to file a claim. And if you just have general questions from our conversation here today, please feel free to email me. The best email for me personally is james@jamesismyagent.com, and I'll be happy to field whatever questions you may have. If you want to call our office, it's 972-802-2911. I don't care if you're a client of ours or not. If there's just general questions about insurance that I can help with, please feel free to reach out.
All right, James. I really appreciate you for being here again. If you all have any questions, if you have any questions for me or for James, he gave his information. You can always reach out to me, phone, email, Twitter, @ChastenJMiles. Leave any questions or comments in the comment box below. We'd be happy to answer them and, just stay on top of things. So look forward to speaking with you soon, and I appreciate you for watching.
See you guys.